Alrighty, welcome to another Vintage Cube League here. I've been trying to get my mind wrapped around this new cube list. Honestly, I think they've once again tried some weird decks, and those decks don't work. But like I said, I want to give it a shot. I'm about 6 drafts in at this point with this list, and well, let's just say I still don't really believe in the Hogak style deck, but that's not what we got here. What we got here is a Polluted Delta, a Pest Infestation, and an Animate Dead. And I guess a natural order, but I don't think that's on the par with the rest. Honestly, I think Delta is probably the pick, but I'm going to take Animate Dead. I haven't drafted Reanimator in a while, and I'm kind of curious to see how it goes. Well, I'll second pick an Atroxa after taking Animate Dead. Oh, these cards on the bottom are a little too big for my patented organizing system. I think Atroxa, even if I'd taken natural order, that would have been the pick. But yeah, Atroxa over Atali, and maybe Harvester comes back. All right, but I feel pretty good about taking Animate Dead if my second pick is going to be Atroxa. And third pick, it's just Psychic Frog, yeah. All right, I'm stoked. I was going to take Bone Shards, and without Frog, Bone Shards would be the pick because it discards Atroxa, but I think Frog is awesome, man. It looks perfect for a blue-black Reanimator deck, so I am into this. And then now we get to take a Misty Rainforest. Perfect. I actually don't love Chrome Mox into Reanimate decks because your curve tends to be low enough that you don't really want to throw away 2 cards to accelerate. This is at its best in decks with 3 and 4 drops, not with 2 drops and 1 drops. There's also a Fatal Push here, but I mean, I think it's pretty clearly a Misty Rainforest. All right, and this pack has Shadowgrange Archfiend, which is pretty nice with Psychic Frog too. So this is an 8/4 for 7, but you can Madness it for 3 mana and 8 life if you discard it, and it eats their biggest creature and you gain life equal to its power, so you get your life back. There's also a Charticourse and a Woodfall Primus, and I guess a Battle Wall, but I kind of think I'm just going to take Charticourse. It's a pretty solid little card. Good with Psychic Frog because you get to attack with this freely, and maybe one of these two comes back. I played with Shadowgrange Archfiend quite a bit when it was in my cube, I don't know, a year ago, and it wasn't very good. See, like Bloodghast. Well, there's Underground Mortuary and Zagoth Triumph, and I actually kind of want Mortuary because it's a Surveil land that turns Misty into black. Zagoth is the same with Misty. It's actually almost a little worse because you don't get the Surveil. But it's a lot better if you just draw it in a blue-black deck. But I think having a green source or 2 is not the end of the world. And Mortuary, getting that Surveil is really nice. And now I can take Troll, passing Master of Death, Life of the Loam, Hogak, just the cards no one puts in their decks. Now I can take Inquisition. That's a nice one. There's also Malevolent Rumble, which I think is a really sweet addition. That's going in my cube list. I need to update that list ASAP. And there's a Botanical Sanctum, but we're really on pace to just be a nice blue-black Animate deck, and I like it. And likewise here, well, Ledger Shredder, I don't know that I'll play it, but it's good as a creature to attack and make Charticourse draw 2. You can play Ledger Shredder Inquisition on turn 3 to trigger it, and it's a discard outlet. Seems fine. Harvester did come back, which I like. Harvester's pretty good. I think it's better than Overgrown Tomb. I don't really need the Overgrown Tomb here. It's not even clear that I'll be splashing green or anything. Oh, Bone Shards came back. Perfect. Itali didn't come back, but, you know, that's not too much of a surprise. So I have ample discard outlets at this point. I've got Charticourse. Troll kind of counts because it's a creature. It discards itself. Bone Shards, a Surveil land, a Harvester can discard itself, plus Frog and Ledger Shredder. So I think what I'm missing mostly is Animates. I will take Fatal Push here. I don't think I need Bazaar for the same reason I just mentioned. I have so many discard outlets. And, oh, Shadowgrange came back. Perfect. That I probably will play it. I just thought that it was better to take Charticourse, and I kind of got rewarded there. This is at its best with 0 mana discard outlets, so the Bazaar would have been nice, but Psychic Frog is great. Turn 2 Frog, turn 3 Shadowgrange, you probably just win. And even with like Bone Shards, that's only 4 mana, so all I really need is some Animates now. I guess I'll take one of the 2 Dredge cards here. Look, I'm not trying to be a hater, but this Dredge stuff sucks. It's just not good. If I get proven wrong, I would actually be happy because it'd be nice to see a kind of a new angle. But this is the second time it's been tried, and I really don't think it hits. All right. We need some more big creatures. We have the best one. I think Atroxa is the number 1. Atali's gone. There's still Vaultborn Tyrant and Gristlebrand as potentials, as well as a bunch of other ones that are decent. Oh, well, Mox Jet and Mox Ruby. Lucky someone's going to get a Mox Ruby because obviously Mox Jet is just the nuts for me here. And maybe we get back a Watery Grave or a Preordained? Nah, not very likely, but happy enough just taking Mox Jet. And this deck looks like an Exhume deck. Not every deck is, but this deck looks like it's going to go pretty hard. I do like 6, by the way, but I don't think this is the deck for it quite. There's also Recurring Nightmare, but my main problem with Nightmare is you need a creature in play. It's so much slower. I think Exhume with like turn 1 Troll, turn 2 Exhume, or just turn 1 Bone Shards, or turn 2 Frog, turn 3 Exuma and Atraxa, all that sounds pretty great. And then here, pretty easy duress, and oh, I bet we wheel Pillage the Bog, and I'll play that one. Demonic Tutor in your Sultai deck? I like it. I like Serum Visions well enough, but this deck's almost mono black, which is a great place to be, and now we slam Gristlebrand. We needed more creatures to discard. Gristlebrand's miles ahead of Dismember and Undercity Sewers. This makes our Animate and Exhume so much better, and we're just kind of going according to plan here. Looks like things are going great. And here, ooh, Dark Ritual's perfect. That's a way to speed this deck up. This is actually shaping up to be one of the better Reanimate decks I've ever drafted, so pretty nice. First pick to Animate on a flyer, and it's working out. Yeah, definitely Dark Ritual over like Virtue, Phantasmal Image, whatever. Dark Ritual is fantastic. And now there's a Fallen Shinobi, which isn't really a combo of Psychic Frog that much, because if Frog's hitting them, you're already pretty happy. But it is pretty good with Ledger Shredder. There's also a Cabal Ritual. I don't like that one too much. +1 mana is just so much less powerful. But I don't think I really need Survival. We're not doing that. Witherbloom Command, no. Let's take Fallen Shinobi. Maybe we'll get there. Ooh, Grief. I normally am not the biggest Grief fan, but Animate and Exhume help. It's actually kind of nice with Shinobi as something to Shinobi or to Ninja away. Dark Ritual helps. Moxjet helps. Yeah. And Dark Confidant tends not to be that great in the decks with, 10 drops. Ooh, Barrowgoyf? Nice. Look at, you can ritual this one out on turn 1. It's pretty good. It's Death Touch, Lifelink. It's a Tarmogoyf, so it's going to be as big as the number of card types. And when it hits your opponent, you can mill cards equal to its power and put a creature among them into your hand. So it kind of does all the things I want. Oh, Watery Grave did wheel? I was kind of joking about that, but I'm slamming that. Oh, this is going perfectly. We're basically mono black Reanimator splashing like Frog, Ledger Shredder, maybe Shinobi Charticourse off of Misty Watery Grave. And then we have a Surveil land. I will probably take the Pillage the Bog because I assume it's coming back, because we also have a Troll that can go get Watery Grave or Underground Mortuary. So I feel pretty good about my mana here. I guess I'm supposed to take Recurring Nightmare now. I'm a little tempted by taking one of the green lands, because once you have a green splash going, it's kind of nice to just push on that, especially since I think Pillage will come back. But now I've got some decent cheap creatures. All right. I'll Recurring Nightmare. I will indeed still take Pillage the Bog. I guess I'll take Wishclaw, though I don't think I'm going to play it. Virtue, I'll take and probably not play. And then I guess... yeah, I could see playing Cabal Ritual. I don't think I want Witherbloom Command. Well, this pack has gone great. I'm going to take out the Virtue and the Cabal Ritual for now. Still need a little more fixing to play this Pillage, but it looks like we're going to get there on that. And going into pack 3, we're not really missing anything. We've got 2 Animates plus the Recurring Nightmare. We've got two of the best big creatures to reanimate. We've got a lot of discard outlets. We've got good fixing. We've got a piece of power. I would be down to play 2-pack decks against everyone else. I think I would actually be a heavy favorite. But let's see what pack 3 brings us. Oh, a solid little Shieldred. Yeah, Shieldred, when you have rituals in your deck, that makes Cabal Ritual a little more enticing, is good. I really love Deep Cavern Bat, but I think I'm supposed to take Shieldred here. Shieldred is excellent. Plus, Deep Cavern Bat just wheels sometimes. It's kind of odd, but it really does. All right, and here... this is interesting. So there's Strip Mine and Bloodstained Mire. I kind of think I just want Bloodstained Mire here. I'm not going to recur Strip Mine. The colorless actually isn't that useful for me. Like, this deck's just going to have a lot of very color intensive costs. And another Watery Grave plus another Underground Mortuary sounds great. Plus Deluge, Kaito, Miscalc, Lotus Petal. One of those could come back. Well, probably the Kaito or the Deluge, not the other two. Here... I do like a Grave Titan. It's castable. All right, at this point, this Cabal Ritual is actually looking kind of nice. It's castable, but also a decent reanimate card. It's good with Recurring Nightmare. Carnage Interpreter, I've actually found not to work that well in these decks. It's hard to have the right mix of, all right, I can cast this, discard Gristlebrand, then hope to draw an animate later sort of thing. That said, Grave Titan wheels a lot. There's also Probe and Shieldred's Edict. Nah, I'll take the Grave Titan. I think it'll be okay. Pretty easy Voidwalker here. This is a nice setup for Voidwalker. Just tons of black mana. It's not hard to cast it. And some discard. That all works out nicely. Plus, it's nice with Shinobi. Oh, and here's Necromancy. Yeah, I need that a lot more than I need a Mana Leak. So, easy Necromancy over Bitter Triumph cut down. Grist is also a potential splash card. We still get 3 new packs out of this? Oof. Okay. I mean, we've got pretty much everything we need. At this point, the Shinobi and the Recurring Nightmare both have gotten a bit better. Oh, Demonic Tutor? 6-pick? Okay. I mean, I like Life Death, and Collective Brutality is fine too, but yeah, easily Demonic Tutor here. Well, maybe I can cut the Pillage of the Bog, though I did get a Bloodstained Mire, so now I have 3 green sources. Let's see what else we get. Oh, I like Emperor Bones a lot. So it's a 2-mana 2/2. At the beginning of combat, you exile any card from a graveyard, and it has Adapt 2, so you can pay 2 to give it 2 +1/+1 counters. You can only do it if it doesn't have counters on it, though. Or it only gets counters if it doesn't have them. Anyways, whenever it gets counters, you get to Corpse Dance a creature that it's exiled. So put it into play, gets a Finality counter, gains haste, and you sacrifice it. Which means you can do things like, discard a Gristlebrand, exile it with Emperor, and then just adapt and put the Gristlebrand into play. It's kind of like its own Reanimate spell. Oh, Liliana looks great here. Honestly, despite taking this Bloodstained Mire and stuff, I think I'm going to cut Pillage, cut Chart a Course, cut Ledger Shredder, maybe cut Fallen Shinobi, maybe not, but I'm going to keep the Psychic Frog. The Frog looks too good in this deck. I mean, right now we're at 16 land. This could also just be a 16 land deck, especially with Dark Ritual and Cabal Ritual. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. This is one of the sickest Reanimate decks I've drafted in a long time. Ha! I knew it. I told you. Deep Cavern Bat sometimes wheels, and bam, it just did. All right. Yeah, this makes the Fallen Shinobi better for sure. Now we need to cut another card. I could cut the Cabal Ritual. I guess maybe that one is just a bridge too far. The Recurring Nightmare actually looks pretty great now. I don't know that I'm going to play Kaito. It does some good things for me for sure, but trying to cut the non-black cards is nice because I'll probably, if I play 1 island, I'll have 5 blue sources. That's not so bad. Maybe I could play 2 islands. I probably don't need to play 12 swamps or whatever. I guess right now I'm looking at adding 10 lands, so 8 swamps, 2 islands, something along those lines. Shieldred's Edict, I probably don't need because I have Bone Shards and Fatal Push and Liliana. So I'll keep that in the sideboard. Sure, Spelljack or whatever. I mean, this looks right. I'll play 16 lands. And this deck looks extremely good to me. Cut down Darksix Shores. Oh, I'll just take Darksix Shores. Then I can just play 1 island probably. And that'll likely be enough. Because that'll be six blue sources. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that should... Life Death? Okay, I'll take it. I need to cut another card now, I guess. Wow. All right, so let's build here. Yeah, so taking out the Troll as well. So this is 15 lands. If I need to cut a card, what would I be? Ooh, the Underground Mortuary means I can cast Life. That could come up. I mean, the Kaito also does look kind of good in this deck, but it would be crazy to cut Harvester. It probably would. Harvester is pretty good. Liliana of the Veil I probably can't cut in this deck either. Is cutting Fatal Push outrageous? Probably. Is cutting Grave Titan crazy? Yeah, that's also probably not what I want to do. Especially since now I have Animate, Exhume, Life Death, Necromancy, Recurring Nightmare. I have a lot of ways to animate, so just naturally drawing a big creature is pretty good. I don't want to cut Duress or Inquisition. Though I guess I have Duress, Inquisition, and Deep Cavern Bat. But, and Grief. But I don't really want to cut Shieldred. Could I cut Shadow Grange Archfiend? I guess I have a lot of ways to madness it out. All right, I'm gonna cut the Fatal Push for now, and I guess I'll side it in if I need it. If I'm playing against a creature deck, I can side in a lot of stuff. And I think I'm just gonna add 1 island, 7 swamps. That leaves me 1 short, 1 island, 8 swamps. This gives me 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 black. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue. Yeah, I actually think that's fine. I don't think I need a whole lot of blue. So, all right, let's get to battling. Alrighty, time for round 1. Let's see how this deck does. Let's see. Maybe it's time to reanimate once more. Honestly, this is kind of a bad hand. It doesn't have a reanimate spell or a discard outlet, but it does have Harvester and a Shieldred. I'll keep that. I think that's enough gameplay to get me to drawing the cards I'm looking for here. Well, I do like seeing a Mardu land. All right, there we go. Look, now we already have a discard outlet. Oh, also the other thing, I guess, is if I drew an Animator or Exhume or something, I could animate the Harvester. So that already is something. All right, well, I'm glad I kept this hand. I'm now an animated away from just Atroxing or Gristlebranding them. I suppose they do need to play a creature or planeswalker for me to cast Bone Shards, but it seems easy. Oh, Jite, I'm really happy they played that. That's not a problem. Oh, Liliana, nice. All right. So now if they play a creature that has 2 toughness or less, I'll probably still snipe it with Harvester, because that way I can play Liliana and +1 it. Figure of Destiny equipped Jite. Things couldn't be going better if that's the case. Oh, no play as well. That's fine too, because I'm still going to use the Harvester here. They can make their thing a 2/2. That's obviously not going to save it. Liliana +1. Hope they don't have animates in their deck, but they have Figure of Destiny, so it's not likely they do. Demonic is great too, because now if I draw any land, I can just DT and animate dead. I think I'd rather animate Atroxa here, since it draws this about as many cards as Gristlebrand's 1 activation, and then I don't have to take damage past that. Do they have like a reprieve or something? No, I guess not. All right. I just generally think it's better to animate Atroxa first. Though, I do have Shieldred. Shieldred Gristlebrand is nice. I also will kind of get the choice here, because unless they kill Liliana, next turn I'll be able to discard Gristlebrand if I would prefer to animate that. Oh no. That's not good. If they have an animate spell in their deck, then not looking good. I just don't usually think that Animate Dead and Figure of Destiny are in the same deck, so I didn't play around that. I thought it was way more likely if I played Liliana and didn't activate it, they would just kill the Liliana, or I don't know what else I could be doing here. Let's see, though. I could maybe beat an Atroxa getting reanimated. It just will be a lot harder if so. Oh, Skyclave my Liliana. No, that's not going to be too much of an issue. Okay. Yeah, let's actually Deep Cavern Bat here. Their hand is Flage and Stoneforge Mystic. I guess I'll take the Flage. No, I don't care if they Flage the Deep Cavern Bat. I'll take the Stoneforge. Discard a card to kill. Discard Gristlebrand to kill the Skyclave and get a token. I'd rather them spend their turn flaging here, so that way they're just that much further away from being able to use Umezawa's Jite. Alright, Bat dies, they get their Stoneforge back. Flage with swamp in your double swamp in your deck. Yeah, that's tough. Alright, land. DT. I could Exhume, but that seems worse than just Animate Dead, so I will just get Animate Dead. And I actually think, given that I'm at 20, I do animate Gristlebrand, because next turn I have Gristlebrand Shieldred, which seems pretty nice. I mean, I'm probably not going to have to activate Gristlebrand this game anyways, because I think they're going to be in a bit of trouble, but we'll see. Okay, Stoneforge Mystic. It is good to know what their second equipment is. Whether that be, yep, it's Cauldron Complete. So that's not what I wanted to see, but I think that's all right. I mean, obviously we're going to be fine this game here. Let's go. Oh, there's a Urborg in play, so I don't even need to play that first. Let's play Shieldred. Pay 7 life. Draw 7 cards. Gain 14 life. Let's do that again. Go to 12 cards in deck. All right, and I drew the Dark Ritual. Mox. I guess I don't even need to Ritual. I can just Life Death. I'm at 34. All right, I'll cast Death on Atraxa here. And I'm just not going to take any of these cards because, I don't know, I don't really want to get decked or something. And I certainly don't need more spells to win this game. I mean, oh, I guess I actually should have just Dark Ritual Emperor of Bones and attack them for 13 down to 2. That would have actually been better. Well, I think we'll be okay. Land. Troll. Barrogoyf. Sure. They go to 4 here, and I mean, we just have a million things in play. Oh, Demonic Tutor. All right, they get to get the best card out of their deck. I mean, Balance wouldn't even quite do it. Just on board, not even factoring in the cards in hand. Though I guess Balance would put me to 1 card in hand. Yeah, they have a Cauldron in their hand, so they can't really get rid of that. Yeah, I mean, if they balance me down to 1 card in hand, I just keep Emperor of Bones and kill them with some kind of animate. Not to mention the fact that I still have a creature in play. All right. Well, it does make me want Fatal Push, and Shieldred's Edict does not make me want Duress. What's the last card to take out? The Harvester is still pretty good. Inquisition I still think is decent. Oh, Fallen Shinobi's kind of bad against that kind of deck, so let's just put in a couple removal spells, call it a day. All right, game 2. Certainly better than the last hand. This has the creature, the discard outlet, I guess not the second swamp, and a bunch of removal spells. Oh, turn on Relic. That's good. That's a strong sideboard card. I'm still going to get to go Dothy Voidwalker into Liliana, which is a pretty nice start. And I'll just try to keep this Atraxa in hand for the moment. Okay. Hopefully they don't have a removal spell for this Voidwalker here. And then Troll is nice too. The other thing is, in order to keep up Relic, they do have to keep a mana up. Because if they just keep the activated ability, or the tap ability up, it won't necessarily work. Okay, I mean, they're going to Skyclave, and I'm just going to go Liliana -2. Putting myself, I think, in a pretty good position. Oh, and then this is perfect. And then I go -2 on Liliana. And I've got a Shadowgrange Archfiend. So next turn I can +1 Liliana and Madness that into play. And I could even Troll for a land first if I want to. Assuming they play a creature, of course. I'm not going to play the Shadowgrange if they don't have a creature in play. Okay, Figure of Destiny. Swamp Cycle. I'm just going to get basic Swamp, land, +1 Liliana. Shadowgrange looking pretty good here. Discard that. Madness. So it's exiled, so they can't use Relic to stop it. They can Relic my Troll. I don't really care about that too much. And then I get to cast this for 8 life, going down to 12. But I get a 8/4 in play, and it eats their Figure of Destiny. Oh, they get a Path to Exile. All right. And I'll be casting this Harvester at some point here. Why not? They might, I mean, they're at 1 card in hand. They're going to be in a spot where they're going to need to exile this Relic pretty soon here just to beat the cards I'm casting. And once they do, I got Atraxa, Exhume. Oh, and the Relic even exiles their graveyard. Oh, touche. Kill my, oh, you're not? It's a little odd. Okay. Make me discard. Yeah, I guess I'll discard Bone Shard. That's fine. I don't really care too much about their Liliana. Because whatever I draw, I can just discard here. Oh, Psychic Frog. For some reason I was thinking, what if I draw Psychic Frog? That'd be good. It is going to be nice, because now I'm going to attack Liliana for 2 with my Illusion. and put down to 2 loyalty, and then I guess I'm not even activating Liliana. They have no cards in hand. I'll play Psychic Frog and pass. It's kind of nice because I didn't really want to cast Harvester because it would kill my illusion token, and then they could -2 Lily to kill it, but this works out just fine. So now I guess maybe they start by cracking their Sunbait Canyon to draw a card. Not sure. Yeah, I mean, they're going to relic my Bone Shards. That part's fine. They could also draw to see what their first card is, but it just costs them a little more mana. And then with Liliana, I kind of imagine they'll kill my illusion here. +1ing Liliana seems a bit dicey, but I mean, maybe they'll do that. I'll just discard Harvester of Misery if that's the case. And yeah, when this hits Planeswalkers, you draw a card too. Nice. I like it. All right, I mean, they're not doing a whole lot here. Mardu removal is kind of what we're playing against. The old Liliana Skyclave. I guess the only red card we've seen is Flage, so it's mostly just black-white. But I guess Figure of Destiny looks kind of red, you know? Let's see what they've got, because they've got a couple options. They can crack Sunbait Canyon to draw a card. They can crack Relic to draw a card, though, of course, once the Relic is gone, they're a little more vulnerable to Animate, and they could easily believe that I've got a creature and an Animate spell in hand. Newsflash, I do. They've got Liliana, they can +1, but they can't really +1 it until they've played their card. Wouldn't really make sense. They can also -2 it to kill my illusion token, but I don't know how pressing that is for them. All right, they are going to -2 it. I am going to lose my illusion. And then they're going to vamp. Oh, they can vamp and then crack Canyon and play whatever they vamped for. Nice. 2 mana. It's like an Edict or something. Damn. All right. Well, the problem with that is now they're tapped out and they have Relic. So I can just Exhume Atraxa this turn. They'd get a Skyclave back? Sure. Discard Atraxa. Cast Exhume. They'll tap their Relic, of course. They've got their Graveyard Hate card. All right, Psychic Frog, you're done. Atraxa comes in. I am going to lose my Liliana to their Skyclave. It's, you know what, a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I get land, creature, enchantment, sorcery, instant, artifact. Nice. So, oh, enchantment, artifact. Just take swamp for land. For creature, I'll take Gristlebrand. For instant, I'll take Edict. And then for sorcery, I'll take Demonic Tutor. All right. Can I put a Gristlebrand into play here? I can DT. I don't have a 1 mana discard outlet because my Bone Shards is gone, which is kind of a shame. But what I can do is I can just cast Harvester, and then I can just cast Gristlebrand next turn if I draw a land, kill their Skyclave, and now they just are facing down Atraxa, Harvester. Yeah, let's in a 3/3 illusion. Why not? Send. Feels like they just F6 their turn. I don't really know. They go to 1 here. I mean, I guess I'll play Underground Mortuary, bin this, and pass the turn. I don't even know what I want to DT for. Well, we beat a Relic that stayed on board the whole game. Well, pretty much the whole game. But it's exactly what I said many turns ago. At some point, they're going to tap out, and the Relic does require mana to be used. They have a Wrath or something? Oh, Council's Judgment. All right, Atraxa's out of here. If they had that plus Flage, no, they would still die. Grief, I mean, I don't know. I have a million cards over here. No real reason to run up the score, because that is a 1-0. Boom. Alrighty. Time for round 2. Let's go ahead and play first, and unfortunately, mulligan. Obviously, the hand looks good because it's all spells. Here, oh, I got to keep this. I've got turn 1 Duress, turn 2 Bone Shards, turn 3 Gristlebrand. I just need to draw a Swamp at some point, and I'm going to put back either Necromancy or Dothy Voidwalker, and I think Necromancy. I feel like the Duress clears the path for the Animate Dead well enough that I'd rather have the Voidwalker as a castable. Oh, Bone Shards, Mana Crypt. Unearth. All right, well, I'm going to take the Mana Crypt, and we'll see where we go from here. I guess I'm glad I kept the Dauthi Voidwalker. And they drew, oh no, they had Arid Mesa. All right, they're going to Arid Mesa. Land, please. Oh, there we go. I would definitely keep a land on top if there is one. I feel like if they play a creature here, then having the opportunity to go Bone Shards, Animate Dead in the same turn is great. And if they don't, I'll just play a Dauthi Voidwalker. They bend a Scrapwork Mutt. Yeah, that's a pretty good Surveil, actually. Seems like pretty good value. They're unearthing it. Dang, I was hoping it would be something that stays in play. Okay, and they discarded a Swamp. That's not so bad. I get to slam the Voidwalker here, which is nice. Land, Dauthi Voidwalker. Pass the turn. And I think they're going to want to Bone Shards that thing. It's going to be kind of hard to get away from doing that, is my guess, but we'll see. Rabblemaster. Oh, perfect. This is exactly what I wanted to see. All right. And look at this. Bone Shards, discard a card, target the Rabblemaster, discard Gristlebrand, Animate Dead the Gristlebrand, draw 7 cards. Kind of a weak 7, but it's actually fine. Yeah, let's just go Swamp. And I think I'm going to attack with the Voidwalker. I don't think I need to do anything else here. Because I could play turn Voidwalker into Rabblemaster, but that doesn't seem like particularly good. They have 3 cards I know about and 2 I don't. They're going to Bone Shards the Gristlebrand, I would imagine. Discarding... sacrificing their token. Sure. Did they draw an Animate spell? No, this is not that, I don't think. Oh, Mind Twist for 2? Sure. Yeah, okay, they didn't hit the DT. That was like the only card I cared about. And they don't have Bone Shards, but they still have Unearth in hand. Let's go DT. And here I think I just get Necromancy. And then go land Necromancy Gristlebeezy. And I guess hit with the Voidwalker again. Yeah, I'm not playing any of these cards, so they still have a Troll and Unearth that does nothing. And I'm not going to pay 7 life now, but if they go to kill my Gristlebrand, I'll pay 7 life and go to 3. I think that should be fine. Next turn, I can hardcast a Grave Titan, which I wouldn't mind doing. And yeah, I feel pretty good about this spot. This looks like a cycling... Oh, Lockthwain Scorn on the Voidwalker. Okay. Kills the Voidwalker. That's not bad, I guess. And then cycle Troll. And then they still have an Unearth and a Proving Ground. And Unearth their last card. I mean, they're just dead now because I get to hit with Gristlebrand. Once you hit once with Gristlebrand, it's just over. And I think I'm just not going to draw here either. I'm just going to cast Grave Titan. I don't need these cards anymore. And see if they can answer this, then maybe I'll draw some cards, but I don't think they're going to. Okay, the mirror. The mirror is pretty interesting, actually. What do I want in the mirror? What do I not want? I mean, all the animates are actually great. The discard spells are okay. Harvester against Rabblemaster seems pretty good. I still like Shadow Grange. Honestly, I might not side that much. Don't want Wishclaw. I don't think I want Shieldred's Edict all that much. Fatal Push. Spelljacker's a cool card, but I don't think that's where I'm into. I like Emperor of Bones. That's fantastic in the mirror. I have Emperor of Bones and Dauthi Voidwalker. Both those are really good. I think Fallen Shinobi is pretty good. I guess the one knock against Fallen Shinobi is they do seem to have a lot of removal. Maybe I'll take out Fallen Shinobi for Kaito Shizuki. I think that might be better. All right. We'll go ahead and try that. On the draw here. And... oh, what a hand. This hand I can... turn 1 Grief, turn 2 Animate it, and hopefully that does enough. And then I've got Emperor of Bones and Voidwalker, though I'm going to have to pitch one of these two unless I draw a black spell. Oh, turn 1 Deathrite. That means I'm probably not doing the turn 1 Grief. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have played Misty, because I did want to get the underground mortuary, but that is going to make it so that their Deathrite can tap for mana. They probably, let's see, yeah, they're going to attack. Yeah, I should have just played Swamp, but I think at this point it's still worth... Actually, I'm just going to get the Watery Grave, actually. I don't really want to mill that much. Oh, and I would have kept the card on top anyway. Yeah, I should double grief them. Or at least start by single griefing them. They might not have green mana. It's actually kind of interesting here, because I could play Dothy Voidwalker and then pitch like Emperor of Bones to grief them. And then it would exile the card, but I think it's actually fine. I think I'm still going to pitch the Emperor. And let's go Grief, Faithless Looting, and Bone Shards. Oh. I guess I'll just take the Bone Shards. They have a Proving Ground for green, but... I kind of want to just play Dothy Voidwalker now. Like, their cards are not that good. So, they did keep a card on top with the Raucous Theater. So they can't exile Grief from the graveyard right now, at least not until next turn. Oh, they kept us Forest on top. Wait, what am I missing here? Oh, they had Forest in hand. Am I losing it? I guess I just didn't notice the Forest. I guess it must have been under the Proving Ground or something. But either way, they kept Necromancy on top, and now they're Necromancy and Grief. And I kind of don't care that much which one they take. I mean, they're going to take Liliana, I guess. And then they're going to attack for 1. Okay, I guess I would like to draw a removal spell. That would be nice. Oh, or Troll. Troll's actually perfect. Cycle Troll. This time I will get the Underground Mortuary. Animate Dead the Troll. And I guess just hit for 3 here. All right. And then next turn... They can Looting, but Looting's pretty bad with a Voidwalker in play. Oh, they drew a spell. Hope it's not too good of one. They could be cycling Proving Ground, I guess. That is also like a legit play. But I'm going to kill them pretty fast with, yeah, they cycled Proving Ground. I'm going to kill them pretty fast with these 2 unblockable creatures. They can hit me for 3 this turn. And they've got a Deathrite Shaman chilling. They didn't draw a land, apparently. Well, we'll see. Maybe they'll play a land. Doesn't look like it, though. Yeah, they didn't play a land. Bloodstained Mire. Let's play the Mortuary. Bin the Swamp. Send for 8. They go to 9. We're pretty close to killing them. I mean, they do get to gain life off Deathrite if they can get a creature into the graveyard, which isn't even currently there. They've got all spells in hand, or at least 3 spells in hand. They could have drawn a land for this turn. They can cast this Faithless Looting. Honestly, I think I might have cast Faithless Looting last turn instead of cycling Proving Ground, because then you have mana left to do something, but we'll see if they can figure out something good here. So knowing that Forest was in hand, like I said, I just completely blanked. I thought they only had the Proving Ground. I guess I would have animated the Grief, and if I'd done that, I would have taken the Faithless Looting. They would have drawn Necromancy. It would have done nothing. Yeah, and then I would have played Liliana and then Voidwalker. I mean, I guess that would have worked out kind of better, but animating the Troll ended up being really good for me. So I kind of top-decked my way out of it. I should have played differently for sure. I just, like I said, I just missed on the Forest for some reason. All right, what do we got? Faithless Looting? I mean, that seems like the place to start. Oh, they got something else. The thing that's nice is that both of these cards are pretty big threats, so it's not... Yeah, that's not going to do much. I guess they can triple block the Troll here. And they exiled Faithless Looting to draw a card with this Scrapwork Mutt. Yeah, they kind of want to just stay back. All right. And hopefully I draw something. Oh, Deep Cavern Bat is actually really nice because that can inform my plays here. Metamorph and Liliana. So what I think I'm going to do here is I attack with Troll. They triple block. I kill all their cards. And then I can Voidwalker, replay Necromancy, and then I guess get back the Troll or the Grief. They'll be at 9. If I'm getting back Grief, which one would I rather discard, and which would I rather have under bat? I guess I'd rather have Metamorph, discard, and Liliana under bat. And if I get back the Troll, they can play Metamorph and copy the Troll, but that doesn't really do much. All right, so I think I bat the Liliana. And I think I attack with just the Troll here. New Troll here. Because if they take it and go down to 4, that puts them in a really tough spot for next turn. And they didn't attack with Grief, so it kind of feels like they are going to block here, but we'll see. They could just take it, I suppose. Oh, they could have played Liliana last turn. Okay, they did just take it, sure. I'll play Bloodstained Mire, I guess, pass the turn. They can eat my... No, they can... They go to 3 now? Okay. They can eat their own bone shards if they want to make me lose 2 life. Yeah, I guess so. But last turn they could have tapped Deathrite for mana, played Liliana. That's crazy not to do, to be honest. Like, I think maybe they just missed that they could get a mana out of their Deathrite or something. Because then if they Liliana me, I feel like that works out pretty well. Now if they play Metamorph, they go down to 1. Unless they tap Deathrite for mana. Oh, cycling Unearth is a start, but I think we're gonna get him. I think we're gonna get him here. I don't need to crack this mire, and we are on to round 3, a little 2-0, another trophy. We'll see. We'll see. All right, round 3 here. I like this hand. I'm gonna keep. So the question here is, do I Grief on turn 1? Because I could, and it's gonna set up for a Necromancy. And if I Griefed on turn 1, I'd pitch Shieldred. I think I'm just gonna go Mire Go. I run the risk of them playing a turn 1 play like a Soul Ring, or like, my last opponent had Mana Crypt, that sort of thing. But there's a couple of reasons not to. One is I'd rather not pitch Shieldred. That seems like it's kind of bad. Like, Shieldred's a great card. Number 2, I'm really glad I didn't Grief turn 1. I wasn't going to take Arboreal Grazer anyway. Number 2, it lets them draw an extra card, so I get to more options. And number 3, I get to play Dothy Voidwalker first and exile whatever I Grief and have that as an option. So let's get the Mortuary. The question is, do I keep a mediocre black card? Well, I don't keep a land, so I guess that's easy enough. But it is kind of funny. Well, I didn't draw the black card, so I think I am going to go for it, because this hand... The problem is I just do nothing next turn also if I don't do this. So I think this works. And if one of their cards is good, I get to Voidwalker it, which is pretty nice. Okay, what do we got? Time Walk, Fury, Chain Lightning, Gut. Oh. I think I just take the Fury. Oh, wow. If they draw a red source, it's actually kind of bad for me. Maybe I don't take the Fury. What if I take Time Walk? So what happens? If they draw a red source, they go Gut, attack, sack Grazer, make a 4/1, and then Fury my Dothy Voidwalker. I could also just take Fury. If they draw red, they can go Chain Lightning, your Voidwalker, Time Walk. And that's pretty bad. I guess one thing that's kind of nice is I might not want to take Fury, because if they evoke Fury, it might end up in the graveyard, because they'll stack it maybe so that it kills the Voidwalker, and then I can Necromancy the Fury. I think I'm just going to take the Time Walk and pass the turn and really hope they don't draw a red source. If they draw a red, no matter what I do, it's like not great, but this I think gives me the outs of getting to Necromancy a Fury. Okay, they drew a forest. That doesn't do that much. And they're going to Necromancy, and they're going to evoke Fury here. Oh, they are going to let it get exiled first. Okay, interesting. So their hand, they pitched the Chain Lightning, so their hand is Mystical Tutor and Gut, and then now I can just Necromancy the Grief and take the Gut. And they have Mystical Tutor, but I have more lands than they do, and I have a 3/2 versus their 0/3, I guess. I think that's going to be the best here. They get to Mystical Tutor here. Hopefully not for something too great at drawing cards. Okay. Maybe I should have taken the Fury. I don't know. Then they get to Time Walk. They just get another look for a red source, in which case they just chain lightning. they got an impulse, sure. All right, take gut, pass the turn, and they have no cards in hand. They're going to draw and cast Planar Genesis, and we'll see if they find a red source or something. All right, they found their red. I kind of get the first draw step here. I'm on 5 lands, they're on 4, and I have a 3-2, they have an 0-3. Seems fine to me. Oh, Recurring Nightmare. Okay. That's actually pretty great here because the Fury did get exiled, so now I get to go Recurring Nightmare, get back Dauthi Voidwalker, sacking Grief, and then next turn they've got Time Walk and Fury under there, but I think I'm just going to take the Fury. Ooh, they get to Surveil. Let's see if they bin something. I have a Voidwalker in play, remember, because, well, if I draw a creature, maybe I take Time Walk. But what I probably do is just take Fury, because I go sack Voidwalker, put Fury into play, kill Grazer, so they kept a card on top. And then I can Recurring Nightmare if I want as well. Well, let's see. Let's see what I draw. Oh. Okay. I guess I'm not that close to casting that. I could Fury their thing, and then sack and get back Fury, or get back Voidwalker. I think I'm just going to play the Recurring Nightmare and hit them for 3. I don't know what they've got, but I feel like killing the Grazer doesn't do much, and if they play another creature or something, that's pretty good. Oh, okay. Great. That works for me. Let's go ahead, draw, and then, oh, Exhume as well. They have a gut in the graveyard, though. Gut's a 2-2, so I can't Fury and kill both of their things, unfortunately. So let's go Recurring Nightmare. Oh, wait, no, sorry, wrong one. Sack Voidwalker. Cast Fury. Kill the Territorial Kavu. And then I could turn Fury into a Voidwalker or a Grief, but I think I'd rather just keep it as a Fury for now. I don't really need to sack Voidwalker to play Time Walk. It's only bad against like a bounce spell. Okay, what do we got? Questing Beast. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess I'll block. Vigilance, Death Touch, Haste, sure. All right. So now we're again at even, except I'm very close to casting the Shadow Grange. Oh, I guess I just cast it now. I could Exhume first. So if I Exhume, oh, they put Fury into play. That doesn't really help me then. Because this eats an additional thing. I guess I can go Shadow Grange, Bone Shard, Shadow Grange. I kind of want to. I should just put an 8/4 into play. I think that seems like it's probably worth it. I'll go to 11 here. They sack their Grazer. Nothing else happens. But now I have an 8/4, and they have no cards in hand. They're at 14. I also have this Recurring Nightmare if I need to. And if they kill the Shadow Grange, I could Exhume it back, because then it just trades for Fury. I guess that doesn't really accomplish that much, but we'll see. Eternal Witness. Wow, that was a good draw. Luckily, Time Walk's exiled. But now, oh, that actually worked out really well for me, I think. So let's start by attacking with the Archfiend here. Grave Titan's also a card that will be good at some point. They can chump if they want. Wouldn't be surprised if they did, I guess. And what I think I'm going to do is go Recurring Nightmare, sack Shadow Grange, put Grief into... Oh, no, I don't want to put Grief into play. Maybe put Dauthi Voidwalker into play. Yeah, I have enough mana for all of it. They should probably block here, I think. And then... So if I go sack Recurring Nightmare, or bounce Recurring Nightmare, sack Shadow Grange, put Dauthi Voidwalker into play. Then cast Exhume. They can put Witness back, and then I put Shadow Grange back. And then I can replay Recurring Nightmare and grief them. And I end up with, yeah, I guess that's fine. So let's go get back Dothy Voidwalker, because I don't want to get back grief, right? Because if I get back grief, yeah. Okay, Voidwalker is back. And remember, Time Walk and Chain Lightning are exiled to this thing still. Yeah, I guess maybe I shouldn't have attacked, because then they can get back Eternal Witness with Exhume, but they put a card into their hand, so that's not so bad. And I'm going to Exhume the, I think the grief, because then I can Shadow Grange the, I can turn grief into Shadow Grange in a second here. All right. I mean, I think I'm doing great here, but yeah, I think the putting the witness back wasn't necessary, or letting them get the witness back wasn't necessary, though. They're going to end up with, I guess, one card in hand, and it's going to be my choice, though. They could get Mystical Tutor and cast it again. No, they're just going to get Questing Beast. Yeah, I don't care about that. All right. This works out, but I guess I shouldn't have attacked. No, then they get to sack. It's actually kind of the same. All right, discard Fury. It's now exiled again. This has been a funny game. Recurring Nightmare. Get back Shadow Grange. Sack Grief. And eat the Eternal Witness, and then pass the turn. And now my Dothy Voidwalker has a bunch of options. If they play Questing Beast, oh, they're playing Escape to the Wilds. Okay. They hit a Lightning Bolt, but they can't cast it. They can play those 2 lands, though. Oh, now they just die, though. That was a little bit of a risky play. Because I can just Dothy Voidwalker Time Walk and attack them for 16 with the Shadow Grange. And it's not even... that's setting aside the fact that I could Recurring Nightmare and do some stuff like that. I'm not showing them Fallen Shinobi, though I guess I can't even cast it, so... Time Walk... Cast Time Walk. They have a good Time Walk deck. This is going to be a close one here. Oh, it's going to be a close match, because this was a close game for sure. But I am going to win. I've got that on lock. So Teamer mid. I think Shieldred's Edict might be okay. It's pretty bad against Eternal Witness. The problem is Fatal Push doesn't really kill Gut. I guess Virtue kills Gut. It also could kill a Fury that's in play. Oh, I don't want Shieldred's Edict against Arboreal Grazer, actually. That sounds kind of bad. If I want Virtue, what do I want to cut? I don't really want to cut anything. No, I like my setup. Let's go. All right. Here, oh, nice. Turn 1 Deep Cavern Bat. Turn 2 Barrowgoyf is a pretty nice play. They have the Grazer. They have the Grazer. Grazer Gut is a nice combo because this does not have Defender, so they get to make some attacks. But we'll see what they've got left here. My opponent's not getting away from getting their hand dismantled on turn 1, I'm afraid. And Deep Cavern Bat. What you got? Mystical Tutor, Scavenging Ooze. It's kind of annoying because. The Scavenging Ooze I could take, but the problem is Harvester can't kill Scavenging Ooze very easily. But Mystical Tutor seems a lot more annoying. I'm just going to take Mystical Tutor. I don't need to deal with the Ooze quite yet. And who knows, maybe they'll tap such that they don't have green open and I can snipe it. Oh, they did. They just played Fiery Islet for no reason. Now they just took an extra damage to leave green up. Yep, that was not an ideal play on their part, I will say that. Okay, let's just cast a 0/1 Barrowgoyf, which isn't going to get much bigger because the Ooze and all that, but... And then Smash, they get to block with their Grazer, but I get to gain a life. And they just have Mountain and Unknown in hand. Basically, Mystical Tutor for Escape to the Wilds seemed like it would be a lot more annoying. Or Time Walk if they drew something good to go with it. Oh, they drew an island. Okay, see that? Look, now they're tapped out. And then they played their land before playing Augur to not take damage. Yeah, these are plays you can make for sure. Let's just draw for the turn. Oh, okay. Land. So the Barrogoyf will be a 1/2. Yeah, no, I'll attack with it. If they want to trade it for Augur of Autumn, I'm happy enough with that. Okay, so let's discard to take out the Scavenging Ooze. Nothing you can do about that, I'm afraid. It's just a 1/2, but that lets me mill for 1 and maybe get a creature back. Yeah, I'll mill a card. Oh, do I want to get a troll back? Yes, I do. Oh man, that is sick. Barrogoyf already being great. All right, so they have 1 card in hand. It's a mountain. Let's see if they play a land off the top. They do have a Fiery Islet. They played a mountain from their hand, and they're going to play a Questing Beast. Sure. Not too worried about that. All right, let's cycle the troll. I did play my land before attacking, which I kind of wish I hadn't, because now I think I'm still going to get an Underground Mortuary, but I could have had this in play last turn. That would have been better. Let's draw. Oh, Demonic Tutor? Well, that's got to be great. What am I Demonic Tutoring for here? I could just Demonic Tutor for a way to kill Augur, and then attack with Barrogoyf, and they can trade Questing Beast for it or not. Let's Demonic Tutor. I mean, I'm going to want to do this first to make the Barrogoyf bigger regardless. I could Demonic Tutor for Animate Dead, and then hit with Barrogoyf, and then maybe Animate Troll. That sounds kind of nice. All right. Or something better, if I hit something better. I could get Bone Shards as well. No, I kind of like the Animate Dead plan. Because now Barrogoyf's a 2/3. And then I get to hit with these. Though I guess I actually could have played Underground Mortuary first. Because if they want to trade Questing Beast for Barrogoyf, they can. Oh, they just don't. I'm into this. This Barrogoyf's doing good work here. All right, and I hit Enchantment. Let's just go Mortuary. Maybe we hit something else. I'll put this in my graveyard. And then Animate Dead, the Troll of Khazad-dûm. And now I've got a pretty big squad in play. They've got an Augur and 3 different power toughnesses. So yeah, they played a land off the top. Let's see if they can hit some creatures off the top. If they hit like a Fury, they could be getting somewhere. But it couldn't even kill Barrogoyf. Oh, they're cracking the Islet, which makes sense. If they know their top card's bad, they might as well do that now. And boom, they're out of here. They're done. That was a Barrogoyf game. The Barrogoyf looked really good that game. Let's take a look at this deck. This deck was just really good. I mean, this 3-0-6-0'd, beating Time Walk and everything. I had a Mox Jet, which I didn't even draw like an insane amount, though I did, of course, in the last game. Dark Ritual, Duress, Inquisition, Bone Shards, lots of cheap cards. Then Frog's great, Voidwalker's fantastic. I never really got to go too hard with Emperor of Bones, but it was good. Animate Dead, Deep Cat from Bad, Demonic Tutor. Like every single card I have here is like how many cards do I have in this deck that aren't like first pick caliber or like first 3 picks caliber? Like for once you know your Reanimator, not that many. Like, yeah, you hope to take Exhume a little later. Barrogoyf is like a 5th pick, though it was great that game. Liliana. I mean, Shinobi, Grave Titan, and Shadowgrange are just okay, but the rest are like cards I'm pretty happy taking in the first couple picks of any pack once I'm mono black. And I basically was mono black with great mana and a Surveil land, like just kind of had it all. A Troxa and Gristlebrand. Like this deck played out really smoothly. It was a lot of fun and did a lot of winning. So what more can you ask for, right? That'll do it for today. I appreciate you hanging out as I'm racking up some trophies in this version of the Cube. You know, I'm going to keep trying to do that and maybe win some 64-player drafts while I'm at it. All right, well, there will be a new draft up tomorrow, and I hope to see you there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.